Hi guys, so in this video we will be solving this problem any base subtraction. Okay, so in this problem we will be given two numbers n1 and n2, and it is given to us that n2 will be greater than n1. Okay, it is given to us in the problem. So what we have to do is that we have to perform the subtraction n2 minus n1 in the base b. So we will be given a base b and we have to perform subtraction in that base. If b is equal to 10, then we will have to perform the simple decimal subtraction. If b is equal to 8, then we will have to perform the octal subtraction. Okay, so any base will be given to us and we have to perform subtraction in that base. Okay, so the problem statement would have been clear to you guys till now, I guess. So what we will do, let's first what we will do, we will perform a general subtraction, that is decimal subtraction. Okay, then what we will do, we will solve the same problem in some other base, octal subtraction or any other base. Then we will see that how we can generalize that we have solved the same problem for octal decimal subtraction, we have solved the same problem for octal subtraction, then we will generalize it for any given base. Okay, then we will try to code it and see whether it is working fine or not. Okay, so let's take two examples. Let's suppose n2 is equal to 782 and n1 is equal to 357. Okay, n1 is equal to 357, and suppose for the first time what we are doing is base is equal to 10. We have to perform the subtraction. So what we will do, we are seeing that this element, we are getting the first element 2 and the second one is 7. 2 is less than 7, so we cannot perform the subtraction directly. So what we will do, we will give a carry to the next element. So next element will give us what? Plus 10. So what we will get, 2 plus 10 minus of 7, so 12 minus 7 equals to 5. So we get a carry of, so the digit will be 5. Okay, now let's move on to the next element. So now we are here. This time what we have to perform, 8 plus minus 1 plus 8 plus minus 1 minus of 5. So 8 plus minus 1 is what? 7 minus 5. 7 is greater than 5, so we can perform the subtraction. So result will be 2 over here. Okay, and carry will be, there will be no, since we have not made any carry, so we can assume carry as 0. Now we will perform the subtraction over here. The two elements are what? 7 and 3. So 7 is greater than 3, so we can perform the subtraction. So 7 minus 3 is what? Simply 5. So we can write 5 as answer, and our answer will be 525 for this case. Okay, now let's do the same question in, let's suppose base is equal to octal. Base 8 is given to us. So n2 is what? 782, n1 is 357. So we have to perform the subtraction. So what we will do, we are checking first two elements. These are what? 2 and 7. So 2 and 7 is, but 2 is less than s, so we done 7, so we cannot directly perform the subtraction. So what we will do, we will ask for carry. So we will give minus 1 carry to the next element, but earlier plus 10 was given to us. Okay, since base was 10, here base is 8, so this time plus 8 will be given to us. So what we can see over here is that if base was 10, then plus 10 is given to us. If base is 8, then plus 8 is given to us. So whatever will be the base, plus b will be given to us in case of carry. Okay, so we need to note this point. This we have figured out, so we will use this in our solution. So plus, here base is 8, so plus 8 will be given to us. Okay, so 2 plus 8 minus 7, 10 minus 7 equals to 3. So 3 will be stored over here. Okay, now let's move ahead. So this time what will be given? 8 plus minus 1 minus of 5, that is 7 minus 5, 2. So 2 will be stored over here. Now move to this element, 7 and 3, 7 minus 3 equal to 5. So 5 will be stored over here. Okay, so we figured out that almost the process of subtraction is same as decimal. What we have to do is that in case of carry, if we are in base b, so what we have to do in case of carry, we have to add plus b to the next element. In decimal, what we were doing, we were adding plus 10, or if any random base is given to us, so what we will do, we will add plus b to the element. Okay, so this is clear. So subtraction part is clear. So how we will make our answer, what we will do, we can make a variable answer is equal to 0. What we will do, each time we will subtract the element, whatever digit we are getting. Suppose this is ones place, this is tens place, and this is hundreds place. Okay, we are using the same method which we have used in the any base addition problem, which was the last problem. We'll use the same method. We'll one by one we will extract the digits, and as I have told you what we do to extract the digit, last digit, what we do, we take modulus by 10, so we will get last digit as 2. Okay, so this is what we will do. We will take modulus by 10 to get the last digit. After that we will perform the subtraction. Whatever digit we have got, this time we have got 3, so 3 wants to be at one location, so what we will do, we will add 3 into 1, so our answer now has updated to 3. Okay, now we move to these two digits, 8 minus 5. 8 minus 5, what we are getting over here, 2. 2 wants to get at 10th place, so what we will do, plus 2 into 10, so our answer has updated to 23. Okay, now we subtracted 7 and 3, we got 5. Okay, 5 wants to be at 100 place, so what we will do, 23 plus 5 wants to be at 100th place, so we will do, answer will be 523. Okay, so in this way we'll be able to generate the answer. Okay, so now let's try to code this problem. So let's make variables. Let's make answer is equal to 0, carry is equal to 0, power is equal to 0. This is exactly same as the any base addition. What we will do, while n2 is greater than 0. Okay, earlier, like why I am writing n2 is greater than 0, since it is given to us, as I have told you earlier, that n2 will be greater than n2. So there are two scenarios, like something could be there 756 and 23, or there can be 756 and 556. What we will do, we will first subtract these two digits. Okay, now what we will do, we will subtract these two digits. Now we'll come to this digit here, nothing is present, so we will take as 0. So now we will move to here, nothing is left, 0 is left. Okay, so we can write that, we can see that number 1 was finished earlier at this location only, but number 2 was still there. Okay, like number 2 was still there, so till number 2 is not equal to 0, we kept on moving in the left direction. If we check in this case, both number 1 and number 2 gets converted to 0 simultaneously, but in this case number 2 was not converted to 0, but number 1 was converted to 0 earlier only. Since it is given that number 2 is greater than number 1, so it is obvious that number 1 can complete or can get converted to 0 earlier than number 2, but at max what can happen is that both number 2 and number 1 will get converted into 0 simultaneously. Okay, so instead of writing for both, we can write directly for number 2. So we have done over here the same thing. So what we will do is that, let's make, what we are doing, we are calculating the first digits. So digit is equal to number 1 modulo 10, digit 2 is equal to number 2 modulo 10. Okay, after that we need to reduce our numbers also, so let's reduce that also, 2 digits by 2. Okay, now what we are doing at each step, like suppose here what we were doing in this particular case, we were 8 plus minus 1 minus of 5, that is digit 2 plus carry, digit 2 plus carry, what we were checking, 8 plus 1 7 minus 5, so we were checking if digit 2 plus carry, if it is greater than or equal to digit 1, then we can simply perform the subtraction, and if it is not, then what we will do, we will borrow a carry. Okay, so what we will do, digit 2 equal to digit 2 plus carry, and if now we check if digit 2 is greater than equal to digit 1, so what we will do, digit is equal to digit 2 minus digit 1 and carry will be 0, else what will happen, digit 2 is equal to what, digit 2 plus of base minus of digit 1 and carry will be what, minus 1. Okay, finally what we have to do, answer equal to answer plus digit into power and power into equal to 10, and finally what we have to do, we have to return answer. Okay, now let's try to run this code. There is some error, let's see what is the error, digit referenced before assignment. Okay, so here, oh sorry, it will be digit, else digit is equal to digit. Okay, now let's see first, is there any more error? No. Let's try to run this code now. We are getting correct answer. Let's try to submit it. Let's check. So it is passing. So our solution is correct. So I hope you guys would have understood the solution.